By fucking God! It continues. It's Gym Wars, the death of Jim. Gym Wars, Attack of the Clones. For real. We found yet another imitator to the crown. Yet another Johnny-come-lately pretender. Another heir apparent who thinks that he's got what it takes to take on Jim's legacy. The heir apparent! This one's the most shameless yet. This one might be the worst of all of them. And it's only day 2 of Jim's death. And they're already coming out of the woodwork. Like roaches. Even I'm shocked by this one. This guy has decided literally to wear the dead man's skin. I imagine upon the guy's burial, he started clawing at the fucking earth there in an attempt to get some more relics of Daddy Jim. And I'm not even laying this one on thick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even lacing the ladle on this one. This guy truly deserves the utmost fire rained down upon him. Shall we get into what he's talking about? What's he on? Has he gone crazy? It's the day of 5 streams where everything just keeps happening. Well, yes, he has gone crazy. I want you all to hop aboard this crazy train as we just try and figure out what the fuck's going on in the wake of Jim's death. Are we ready, folks? Let's go. Let's go. This one, he's called Carl Schwartz, right? The thumbnail there, you might be thinking, that one looks a bit familiar. That looks a bit familiar, that character he's created for himself. Somewhat familiar there. But this one's going to be presenting Flagmenko updates. Josh's greatest idea yet, and an anniversary of January the 6th. Call me Carl, he says. Follow me. Follow me at chudbuds.lol at Carl Schwartz. Chudbuds.lol. Shoot me in the fucking head. Jim, I'm coming up there, bro. I'm going to be rolling around them clouds or some shit, because I just can't take any more of this. Chudbuds.lol. Fuck me. Shall we? Surely he's not just going to completely imitate Jim. Surely not. Surely not in the wake of the man's death is he just going to shamelessly imitate everything about the man, down to his mannerisms and hacking into the microphone. We might even do the full 1 hour and a half of this. I've just had to sit through it, and I want you to feel the disgust that I feel. So here he is. Here he is. The stream is starting soon. This may look familiar to you. Sort of an uncanny representation. You hear that? That's what Jim brought into the world. And when Jim's died, you've got this competition between Gator, Flagmenko, this guy, saturated content, and all of these other ones we haven't discovered yet. They're out there like Pokemon. But they ain't shiny Gyarados. No, they're like fucking Rattatas. They're 10 a penny. Jim would be spinning in his fucking grave. Spinning. We're going to skip forward to a relevant timestamp, specifically when he starts, and you'll just see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so it's here. Now, call me schizophrenic if I'm wrong. Call me schizophrenic if this is a guy just doing a completely original take, not only giving an original take, but an original presentation, and just doing it complete. Call me schizophrenic if this guy has not been influenced by Jim and doesn't want to wear Jim's skull. Are you with me? Are you with me?
evening, chat. How are we doing tonight? How are we doing?
Good evening, chat. How are we doing there, chat? Already, we are 0.00 seconds in. Chudbuds. Let's hear him go. I don't feel I need to lace this at all.
It's the first stream of the new year. I hope you're excited. We're going into this high energy chat.
We're going into this high energy chat with the delivery of this. Good evening, chat. We're going into this high energy chat into the new year chat. Good fucking God. If they're gonna copy Chip, at least, I don't know. I mean, all of them seem to have the vocal mannerisms down to a T, but none of them seem to have a set of balls that have dropped yet, where they can talk like a man. Listen to this.
Listen. Okay, you don't understand. There has been a major happening, okay? Major breaking. Now, the Jannies over on Poll don't want you to be able to see this. Everybody's bitching and moaning.
The Jannies over on Paul don't want you to see this, chat. They're bitching and moaning their chat.
Oh, this isn't relevant. This is not political. But you have no idea how political this actually is, okay? So I went into the archive because just before I went live, the Jannies cleaned it up, chat. They cleaned it up. They actually did their job for once. Meanwhile, there's BBC threads and fucking, all this other shit going on. But this sticky was up for about maybe an hour, half an hour. And the political implications of what I'm about to show you have no idea. You have no clue. Listen, chat.
Chat with a Y in it. Fuck this. Fuck this for a game of soldiers. That's all I'm gonna say. This is where we're at. The man's barely even fucking cold. They've only just done the graveside service. And this is where we're at. This league of autists competing for the man's legacy. The soil has barely even covered the coffin and they're going live. Copying every single mannerism that Jim ever made on the internet. Presenting themselves as dark lords of the internet in Jim's name. And trying to, win this Iron Throne of Sweetie Squad autists? What the fuck?
Penguins are swimming currently. Do you not understand the political ramifications of the penguins swimming? Okay. I am not shitting you. This actually was stickied. And it was a glorious hour. Now, are nukes gonna fall? I don't know. I can't tell you. But
Penguins.
the political implications for penguin kind of this sticky going up,
Penguin
they don't
kind.
want you to know about it. They don't want you to know about how important the penguin swimming is. Okay, Chad? What are we gonna
He's
do?
even copying the man's cancer. The indignity of it all. Listen to this. He's even copying Jim's cancer. That's fucked. That's pretty fucked. Listen.
How important the penguin swimming is. Okay, Chad? What are we gonna do, Chad? What are we gonna do? Oh, I don't know. I can't comprehend.
The fake coughing mixed with laughter, mixed with a lymphono? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Doing good? Is everyone off to a good New Year?
No. No, I'm not off to a good New Year after seeing this.
I promise you that was a sticky for about an hour.
People are begging me to say that this has got to be ironic. This can't be real, can it? This can't be real. These people don't exist. There's no one that's this shameless The man has just died. This can't be real. Well, let me tell you, buddy, that's a cope. Because, sure as shit, Gator's existence proves it. Fragmenko's existence proves it. Fucking Toad's existence proves it. Saturated Content's existence proves it. And this Carl Schwartz guy's existence proves it. It's all real. They're fighting over the bones in the coffin. You better fucking believe it.
Until the other janitors and mods realized what was happening. Someone had a little too much fun tonight. Someone had a little too much fun. We need a fact checker on that. My friend, I showed you the thread. It had the sticky on it. You could see the pin on it. Is that real? I promise you, it's real. No, there is no CGI going on with the penguins. They are in fact swimming. I promise you that. We have a lot to cover. There's a lot to go over tonight. I haven't streamed in a long time. I've been keeping a close eye on Flamenco, and that's going to be the bulk of what we talk about tonight. But first, I want to show you why you don't. If you haven't bailed, we're gonna start off.
We're gonna start off chat in a chudtastic way. Chat. Fuck me. This guy's giving a dime store gym impression, and he goes for hours.
With something else besides.
He's the heir apparent.
If you haven't bailed from the Kino Casino yet, I don't know what is the matter with you. What are you doing?
And even this insect piece of shit that's wearing Jim's dead face over his own, even this amoeba of mankind, even he has the critical faculties to say that the Kino Casino is shit. It's garbage. It's ain't worth a light, and you better believe it. Even this cockroach recognizes that one. And what does that say about the world? What does that say about the current state of events in 2023? When you've got Fragmenko clones, because that's what this is. When you've got even Fragmenko clones dabbing on the corpse of the Kino Casino. By the way, he's done streams where he screams, Ashton, Ashton, the baby! This guy has done that. And it was all original, by the way. It all just came from him. And not Jim when he died. Fucking hell. But let's persevere, because he's about to scorch the earth of the Kino Casino.
Why are you watching that anymore? Listen, PPP is transforming into a whole new being, okay? He has become the bog hog.
He's pregnant, chat. Andy, the baby. The baby. Oh, fucking hell. That's what that spawned. You might have thought, okay, that weak as piss joke from Jim ain't gonna spawn shit. It ain't gonna inspire anyone to make content. You were wrong. You, with the hope in your heart and the optimism you have about the world, you were wrong. Because it spawned this shit.
I don't give a fuck about being hated. I don't give a fuck about you talking your shit. I get paid either way.
I don't give a fuck. I cash the checks every fucking week, and they keep coming. Viewership is still good. Donations are still good. You can fuck off, you.
I don't give a fuck. The money comes in regardless. I can shit all over myself and I'd still get paid.
What is going on at the Kino Casino PPP? What are you doing?
What is going on, chat? What are you doing, PPP, chat?
Wait, what are you doing? I don't care. I cash the checks every day. Don't you understand? I get paid. I get paid. God, that show has become a fucking disaster. It is a shit show, 24/7.
Has become a disaster? Has just randomly become a disaster once it had the ordinance from Jim. Once Jim said it was a disaster, therefore it was gospel truth and always had been a disaster. Fuck me. The one thing that I'm happy we can say goodbye to upon Jim's death is that we no longer have to wait for Jim's take on things to make our own take, fellow autists. You can literally just form your own opinion and go live and present the truth as you see it. But even this guy, upon the wake of Jim's death, still don't know what to do and is using Jim's New Year's Eve stream, the Year of the Chud Buds Goodbye, it was Chudtastic stream. He's using that as his manifesto for life. His Bible will be that stream, and he will use all of those targets that Jim laid out forever, ad infinitum. Because even though Jim's dead, and he'll never produce any more thought, this guy is incapable of any sort of original thought whatsoever.
They streamed for like 12 hours the other night. I don't know what the fuck they even talked about. How can you talk about Nick Fuentes and Ethan Ralph for 12 hours straight? That's all they talk about. There's nothing else going on that show. That's all they talk about. Oh, Ashton the baby. They still won't even do that the meme. They still won't even give us the meme. What is the matter with these people?
You doubted me. You doubted me, chat, when I said he was going to do the Ashton the baby, that unfunny piss weak bit. But there he goes. There he goes, doing it. He's actually doing it. He's fucking doing it. What a sick fuck. We are seconds away from this guy literally digging the ground where Jim is resting forever and wearing the bones. Wearing the skull like a hat. Using the bones of the limbs to power himself. That's fucked. Let's do that again. Because, again, people are doubting me. People are still saying this has got to be a parody. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that the attack... Jim's death, Attack of the Clones, is happening. People just genuinely thought it was going to stop at Gator and Fragmenko at a push. They didn't realise that a Pandora's box had been opened and all of these spurgs were competing for Jim's inheritance. So let's do it again.
12 hours straight. That's all they talk about. There's nothing else going on that show. That's all they talk about. Oh, Ashton the baby. They still won't even do that the meme. They still won't even give us the meme.
Fucking
What's
sickening.
the matter with these people? You're putting on a show. You gotta fucking come up with new material.
That's rich. That there is fucking rich. You gotta come up with new material. That's rich. Coming from a Jim clone. Coming from a guy who's literally quoting Jim like he's Sun Tzu. Like he's Copernicus. Like he's Plato or Aristotle. That's rich. That's rich right there, buddy.
Meme. They still won't even give us the meme. What is the matter with these people? You're putting on a show. You gotta fucking come up with new material. You can't just talk about Ethan Ralph every fucking day. Oh, and then I was watching them. I was watching them. And I swear to God, these people said, on live, I was about to say live television.
You hear how he's copying Jim's cancer laugh? That takes a lot of sick training in the dark. When no one's around and it's just you and a computer screen, you're locked in and you're doing it for hours and hours and hours and you're trying to perfect Jim's dying cough. That's some fucked up, mentally ill shit. Can anyone give a defense for this, what we're seeing now? Can anyone?
But on live stream, they said, we don't talk about Keffels because it gets boring to talk about Keffels every day. Get over it. Let it go. This is, of course, coming from the people who can't find a new topic to talk about for literally months on end, and all they do is shit on Ethan Ralph and Nick Fuentes. That's it. All they got. So, for months and months and months, they go on about this. They only ever talked about Keffels maybe once, maybe twice. I think there might be a reason for that. There might be a reason for that. Now, I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm not quite sure what possibly could provoke that reaction.
What could the reason be, chat? Shall we do a poll, chat? This is sickening. But there are still people coping out there and saying that this has got to be a bit. This is a stooge that Godwinson's paid to present themselves as the heir apparent. I only wish that were the case. I only fucking wish that were the case.
But perhaps it's because if you talk about Kempels or you talk about the Drop TV Farms movement, you get bombarded with false flags. Insane. Now, in case you were unaware, the Drop TV Farms Twitter page interacted with me one night, and within an hour.
So when the Kiwi Farms page interacted with him one night, that became a life-changing event for the guy. He'll remember that like people will remember their wedding days or the birth of their first child. That day that Josh interacted with this Jim clone is up there with those red letter days. Fuck me. That's where we're at, by the way. It's 2023, and already I want to blow my brains out and join Jim up there with Andy Jr. rolling them clouds or some shit. That's how this has got me feeling. He barely even called. That, they haven't even got the will off the lawyers yet to read aloud, but this guy feels that he's got what it takes for the inheritance.
Of them posting on one of my fucking tweets. I lost my Twitter account. Luckily. Oh, I guess not luckily. But now there is a black man on Twitter impersonating me, okay?
By the way, but you might be thinking, okay, this guy is just a weak piss-ass faggot streaming to no one. No one gives a fuck about what he's saying. It's just yet another dime a dollar, cheaper by the dozen Jim clone. You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong, because you'll see that members of the Sweetie Squad have migrated. Look at them going, all caps. In fact, I have an idea for this one. So bear with me. In fact, we can just read it from here. Let's go. High energy. The implications will never be the same. This guy is unironically saying holy fucking shit. What has this guy said to warrant any of this? That became a sticky? 10 question marks? We need a fact checker on that. Is that real? Fuck penguins, pigeons are more entertaining. CNN won't show you that. This guy, by the way, what a fucking cancer. And it ain't surprising that this guy is in the fucking Jim Clone's chat. 2023 is the year of the penguin. Sunglasses emoji. You've even got someone stealing one of the fucking memes that this show has provided, and I feel tainted and will never use it again. They're already posting caterpillars, and I just feel, what have I done to the world? Look at this one. Laugh my arse off. When is PPP gonna give birth to the Warski baby? They have no original thought. No original thought. Ashton, the baby. The baby Ashton. The baby Ashton, we need to think of our precious boy. I think my brain's melting. Genuinely. I think it's melting. But that's where the Sweetie Squad are at. That's where they're going. It's where their new home is, Daddy Jim. Now, you can honestly say that Jim Jim would be proud of this guy. You know, this is a true heir apparent. You know, he's copied the whole thing. Why would Jim disapprove? That's what you might be saying. But for me, Jim's spinning round in that grave like there's no tomorrow. And thank God there isn't a tomorrow for Jim. But let's continue. Ugh.
There is a black man on Twitter, and I cannot stand for this chat, okay? We need to do something about this, I promise you. This is not me. Jamal is running this account, and he is impersonating me. He's making fun of me.
So he's already doing the Jim bit, where he's denying ownership of his Twitter account. He's saying it's his good friend. Is there anything that this man hasn't stolen from Jim? Is there anything? Is there anything that this man hasn't taken from the dead man? So he's already doing the ironic, this isn't my Twitter account chat. It's just a black man named Jamal chat.
I cannot believe that. At Sparks Carl, I would never come up with such an awful handle. I'm not allowed on Twitter anymore. But yes, there is... Tyrone has decided that he's going to take me down a peg.
Well, hopefully Jade did what the fucking Wives of Samurai did when they were defeated in battle and killed herself. Otherwise, this guy is coming in that house and trying to, like, enslave her like the child catcher, throw her in a cage. Because that's the last piece of the puzzle this guy needs to fully become Jim, isn't it? The one thing he will be lacking after all of those trinkets and tokens he's stolen from Jim is actual talent. For real.
Elon Musk decided, if you talk about trannies on my platform, man, you gotta go. You gotta go. You can't talk about trannies on my platform. We will have no tranny bashing here in Elon Musk's utopia. Oh, I hope you weren't fucking actually right. I hope you were not putting your money on Elon Musk saving the West. Oh, fuck you. If you fucking did, you are a retard. I cannot begin to explain to you how fucking stupid that take would be. You know what Elon Musk did to Twitter? This is the one thing that he changed about Twitter, okay? Ben Shapiro is no longer shadow banned. Thank God. I can get my goy slop news from Ben Shapiro. Oh, thank you, Elon. What am I gonna do without that?
Did you hear how based he is, by the way? He's using terms like goy slop and goyim. That shows you he's based, just like Daddy Jim. Just like Daddy Jim. And just like Daddy Jim, he'll never give a political opinion that's not fence-sitting. Just like Daddy Jim. Just like how he showed him to doing. I, personally, want to die. We are 8 days in. Jim's just died. These clones are coming out of nowhere. It's like a hydra. You cut off one of their heads, you cut off a saturated content's head, one of these springs up. When we cut off this guy's head, someone else is going to spring up. Probably wearing like a 3-star hat. You better believe it.
Just libtard destroying Jew going around Twitter and just spreading that red pill. He's got to spread the red pill around to all the normies. Speaking of libtards, I actually got called a libtard in the comment section of my new video. I haven't heard someone get called a libtard in 3 years?
He says that, unironically, as he's just called someone a libtard. He doesn't get it. He doesn't understand what he's doing. It's like putting a monkey in front of a typewriter and asking them to formulate the works of Shakespeare. We can dress the monkey up in a ruff. You know, one of them Elizabethan ruffs. We can hand the monkey a fucking quill. We can even tell the monkey, word for word, what it should write regarding Hamlet and Macbeth. We can do so over and over and over again. But that monkey still ain't gonna write Shakespeare. And Carl, you ain't gonna be Jim.
drink here.
Let me have a drink here, chat. Let me pour myself a cold one here, chat. Every single mannerism, not one exclusion.
Whatever. Have a drink here. You fucking kidding me? But yes, I guess the taters.
Someone's asking, when's he gonna take up smoking? He is smoking. He is smoking. There's nothing this man hasn't stolen. Nothing at all. There's no decency or etiquette or code of conduct. Back in the day, we used to conduct ourselves in a bit more of a gentlemanly way than this. When Helsing 920, rest his soul, died, people weren't deciding to steal his reaction and review, copy him wholesale, without any irony. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at, folks. They're all trying to be a cool kid on the internet.
Tots, aka the Andrew Tate fans, didn't like my new video. 200 comments. 200 comments. Average watch time 2 minutes for an 8-minute video. I have a feeling Hustlers University might have been handing out a little bit of extra credit. One of the professors stumbled across my video and sent the students to fucking brigade my channel. Luckily, it's still up because guess what, Andrew Tate? YouTube fucking hates you. Susan doesn't like you. So anybody, it's free reign.
As if Andrew Tate gives a flying fuck what a 7th-rate gym clone is saying. As if Andrew Tate gives a flying fuck. Now, there are those of you out there that are saying, okay, Jim's dead. That much lauded Battle of Jim's Driveway, well, it's already won. You know, Ethan Ralph, Nick Fuentes, Beardson, Baked Alaska, everyone else that Jim has crossed in life, Spax 3, all of them are just going to storm the house without any opposition. They're just going to take Jade out, destroy and set fire to the anime dungeon that Jim erected in life. The Battle of Jim's Driveway is a foregone conclusion. It's not. It's not, because even though Jim is dead, even though his body is cold, and his face is decomposing, there are those that are wearing elements of his face that will be standing in opposition at the Battle of Jim's Driveway in front of the house. Gator, Fagmenko, Carl, this guy, Saturated Content, Toad McJudas, and a league of other. They're going to be hundreds strong of gym clones beating away the Dick Mastersons and the Ethan Ralphs of the world. Nick Fuentes is going to find himself dogpiled by 50 gym clones. This is where we're at. The Battle of Jim's Driveway just got way more interesting. And at the end of it, the one gym clone that doesn't die of an asthma attack will stand as the true heir apparent to Jim's legacy. Okay, let's continue.
It's free reign. I can say whatever the fuck I want about Andrew Tate. As long as I don't call him a slur. As long as I don't call him a slur, I can say any fucking thing I want about that guy right there. Okay. Let's get into the thick of it, alright? Now, how many of you are sports fans? I know I'm not. I fucking hate sports. I cannot stand that Goyslop garbage. But
He cannot stand that Goyslop garbage. Is that an original opinion that he's formed off his own critical take? Or is it one that Jim held? There is nothing that comes out of this man's mouth that Jim hasn't already said. It's like a fucking AI. Kill all pedos don't match a fucking candle to this shit. kill all pedos with all of his fucking... with all the king's men. Can't put Jim back together again as much as Carl Schwartz can in this pale imitation.
But I had a very funny idea. So I'm going to show it to you. My little tweet here.
My little tweet here, chat. I'm going to show you my little tweet here, chat.
A black man impersonating me tweet. Alright? So, for those of you unaware, the Buffalo Bills had a tragic accident with one of their players just falling over, fucking unconscious, having a seizure on the field. And as you can see, DeMar Hamlin is now able to communicate through writing and ask the doctors who won the game Monday night. The doctors answered yes.
Just to explain the shamelessness of what he's doing here. A tweet he made under an account he's pretending he doesn't have ownership of. It's his good friend that owns the account. A based black man called Jamal. Already my aching sides. Will I be able to finish this explanation without dying of laughter? I think I will be able to. So already he's having to explain a joke that no one gives a fuck about. I certainly don't. Who cares? If your content is literally you presenting a tweet you've made for 5 minutes in an attempt to try and oversell it, to fully explain that joke away, then you ain't got what it takes, buddy. You ain't got what it fucking takes. Hear him go.
DeMar, you won. You won the game of life. And here we have an actual picture of the football player.
We're going to do that one again, because you can hear how he's perfectly imitated Jim's laugh.
DeMar, you won. You won the game of life. And here we have an actual picture of the football player. Now, of course, this isn't real, but like, this is
how sick are you got to be to steal a dead man's laugh? How sick you got to be in the head to do that?
To imagine that he's going to be for the rest of his life. Oh, you won the game of life, buddy. Congratulate all those fucking concussions you racked up. I hope it was worth it. Well, at least you're a millionaire now. At least you're a millionaire. No.
Now you might be doubting. Surely the audience isn't with him. Surely the Sweetie Squad are like, this is a bridge too far. How dare you fucking copy Jim this shamelessly? This is sick, bro. Surely you must be thinking that's the case. Well, I'm going to show you what the chat's saying here. Look at that. Look at that little emoji. Look at that. Sheet Metal 02 is fucking splitting his sides over this. Sheet Metal 02 ain't seen anything this funny since Jim.
I don't even like football, but I couldn't resist. I had to fucking do that. He had a heart attack too? I didn't even know that. That's how little I give a fuck about football. I didn't even know that. Okay. Do I have any other like little one-offs I can fucking throw up here? So when was Gamergate? I'm sorry for even bringing this up. But is that Andy Worski? If he was black, yeah, that would be Andy Worski. I'm sorry.
If he was black, that would be Andy Worski. Like, how hard is it to cut a Worski joke? How fucking difficult is it to do a Worski promo? I've given you all the tools of the trade that you fucking need to rip on Andy Worski. Do you want me to show you how you fucking rip on Andy Worski in the most concise way? In a way that you don't have to fucking do whatever the fuck that is. I'm going to show you exactly how you rip on Andy Worski. For Andy Jr. Why don't we show him, chat? Why don't we show him how to rip on Andy Worski? Because in this lighter, this flame signifies everything we need to say about a child-murdering fuck. We boiled it down. We can even, if we want to, we can change it from a pink lighter to a yellow one. We can even have Two going at the same time. If you're going to try and take on Jim, you better not miss, buddy. Or else this happens. These and this is the consequence of your actions, Jim clone. So feel some fire. Chat.
For even bringing Gamergate up, but
Shut, bud.
I gotta show you. So there was something called Magfest that happened, right? And Kotaku absolutely fucking just went into. They went back to Nam, okay? Like they had a PTSD attack, the likes of which your great grandfather has whenever fireworks go off, okay?
The like of which your great grandfather has every time fireworks go off. What a piss weak joke. But also, doesn't it just explain how there is no original thought? On the wake of Jim's death, this guy is literally going back and trying to repeat Jim's arcs that he had years before he died. He's fucking doing a show on Kotaku and Gamergate like it's 2014 again. My mind is melting. But hear him go.
4th of July, when your great grandfather's sitting there rocking in a chair having a fucking PTSD attack. That's what happened to the Kotaku journalists, okay? Because somebody put up a sign at this Magfest that said, Kotaku's journalist integrity 404.
Is it just me?
Meltdown.
Is it just me?
This is literally a Gamergate dog whistle, not a friendly jest. How dare you? How dare you? Have a little bit of a fucking jab at Kotaku. Physical wounds heal, chat. They heal. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. Oh, don't turn against me, chat. I know.
Don't turn against me, chat. Don't turn against me, chat. Because that's all this guy gives a fuck about. He doesn't understand an original thought or a life beyond chat. Just as Jim didn't seem to understand it prior to his death. This guy has learned none of the lessons that Jim imparted in life and has taken only the worst ones. And you could say that they were the worst lessons because they're also lessons that Gator and Fragmenko took on. If they weren't cautionary tales, I don't know what could possibly be. But I suppose Carl's going to be a new cautionary tale for all those Jim clones out there.
I hate to bring it up. I have to fill time. I have to fill time here, okay? I think that's all for the one. Oh, wait. I have one more one-off. One more. Now, in case you don't know, Ethan Ralph is in a blood feud, yet again, with the father of his fiancée, yet again.
This guy, by the way, literally started his show. How can you make a show on Ethan Ralph? That's what he was ripping the Kino Casino over. But because Jim did it, he has license to do it himself.
Yeah. And I guess Ralph ordered a bunch of merchandise to promote Ralphomania, right? This thing that's happening very soon, from what I hear. Don't know if it actually will happen, but I hear it actually is. We'll have to wait and see. But all of the merchandise got left up in New York.
Do you hear how he's not giving a take? He's literally doing what Jim did and saying, "I hear this happened. We'll have to wait and see before I give my take." And but I did hear that this leaked, and here you go. And it's shit. It's just garbage.
The blood feud relative, the father of his fiancée.
And he'll mask it with Jim's copied laughter, as you'll see.
He can't seem to not get into a fight with the father of the woman he's fucking. Every single time it seems to happen. So, in retaliation to Ethan Ralph being a total piece of fucking shit, Harry, or HM01166, aka Harry, has put all of Ralphomania's merch up on eBay.
Stop the fucking presses. Stop the fucking presses. But don't just take my word for it, because his chat is really going wild over this one. It truly is Jim. Jim's back. Jim's back from the dead. Are you ready? We don't talk about Gamergate, says Sweetie Squad Autists 5000. They need to stop riding Gamergate. It's dead and gone. There's a guy here literally using the term Daddy Jim unironically. Daddy Jim declared Gamergate being death. You simply don't bring that topic to the table anymore after that. So this guy is actually chastising Carl for even daring to mention Gamergate. Jim's skeleton can't be brought out of the closet. We can't mention Gamergate. So the Sweetie Squad Autists are actually coaching him in the chat of how to perfect his Jim impersonation. And so he pivots away from the Gamergate otaku shit, Kotaku nonsense that he was spouting, and instantly cycles it to Ethan Ralph. Instantly does this. Ethan Ralph, guys, just like Jim. And look at the guy's recommended things. Look at who he's following. Look at who the guy's following on Twitter. Keno Shea. Harry Morris. And a literal deranged faggot pretending to be Nick Fuentes. Just like Daddy Jim would have done, innit? That says it all. That fucking says it all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going insane! Let's persevere. Let's persevere. Let's not have a schizophrenic meltdown and shoot up a school. Let's persevere.
Merch up on eBay, not from Ralph himself. You can get Ralph-A-Mania merch without giving Ralph a dime. In fact, you can give money to somebody he fucking hates the guts of. And it's official. It's branded, official, licensed Killstream merch. Let's see this little thing here. T-shirt Wrestling Mania logo, short sleeve white. Abandoned merchandise due to horrendous logo. Price slashed.
Now, by the way, his chat are fucking loving this. Now, by the way, now that he's stopped mentioning Gamergate for all of 2 seconds, his chat are on fire. You want to see what the chat's doing? Thank God he's talking about Ralph. Look at Sheet Metal 02 go. Look at him go there. He's having the time of his life. The time of his fucking life. Holy shit.
Cover costs by costs only. Designed and made in Mexico. Limited one per household. Offer not available in Mexico. So Ralph can't even buy his own merch. All sales final. Not responsible for your...
He's even reading like Jim would read. Listen to him read text.
Offer not available in Mexico. So Ralph can't even buy his own merch. All sales final, not responsible for your poor choices. Logo shown in photo is a crude artist rendition of actual pattern and lettering misprint. Will arrive on time for any coincidental event later in the week.
What's so funny? I'm sickened by the guy. Literally using Jim's dead laugh and Jim's own intonation when he reads text. This is like an AI.
This rendition of actual pattern and lettering misprint. Will arrive on time for any coincidental event later in the week. At these prices...
This is Norman Bates tier.
Buy it for use as a chamois if too ashamed to wear it. Send one to your friend as a gag. Please tweet hilarious photos of your means of disposal to me. Portions of any meager proceeds have already been donated to the Chasing M's Foundation. Harry is fucking brilliant. That is, beautiful. Oh my God, Harry is the greatest A-log to ever walk. That was beautiful. Chef's kiss. The father, the father of Horseface is A-logging Ralph harder than he's ever been A-logged before. This is worse than when he got his shit kicked in Portugal, okay? He will never recover. He will never be the same after this. Let's see, what else?
It's gotta be parody, hasn't it, folks?
All right.
Give me a cope, someone. Tell me this ain't real.
Which one should we do? You should order one. I don't want to order one of those.
Tell me it ain't so.
And Ralph fucking
Give me some hope for humanity, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
I know what I'll do. If I do get one.
So you doubted me and said he wasn't smoking? Surely he's not smoking. Listen to him. Listen to him go.
I don't know. And Ralph fucking Birch, are you out of your mind? I know what I'll do.
There he is, fucking exhaling smoke. Just like Jim would have done. There is nothing that this man hasn't ransacked from the tomb. Nothing is sacred. There is nothing left in Jim's pharaoh tomb at this point.
If I do get one, I'll light it on fire and record it. And
Jim should have done. Jim. I'll tell you what Jim should have done. He should have planned for his death a bit more. It's an advert for an Apple Watch. But for Christmas I got one anyway. But why do, when I buy their products, why do they still keep trying to advertise them to me? Like, I already own it now. But yeah, I tell you what Jim should have done. To stop autists like Carl and Gator and Fagmenko and saturated content from ransacking his tomb, he should have taken the book from a lesson from the fucking first emperor of Japan. A man who literally made his tomb in a hill, had fucking rivers of mercury around him, a fucking terracotta army standing there to stop autists like Carl from ransacking it, from stealing the 4-star hats and the packs of smokes, and the fucking laugh, from stealing the intonation when he speaks, and the intonation when he reads aloud, text from a screen. He should have taken up the first emperor of Japan's teachings and fucking locked that shit down. He should have locked that shit down pretty tight. Alas. Someone's even saying, like, he's even copied the little sniffle that Jim had. And for those of you diehards that think that Jim was dying, that little sniffle wasn't like a spontaneous thing that Jim had perfected as an act of showmanship. That little sniffle was there because the guy was dying and his nose was leaking. Because his body was falling apart and he was dying. That little cough when he laughed, that wasn't because he perfected a cough laugh. That was because his lungs were fucked. That was because he had tumours and a swivelling eye and a swollen pancreas and legs that wouldn't move. That was because he had every single cancer known to man. That's because the man was a skeleton and he drank fucking liquids for like 5 years of his life. That was because the man was ill and dying. That was because the man had a fucking weird-ass fucking Hulk Hogan's Hitoshi Hanzo syndrome going on in his head. It wasn't. And this is what the guy's copying. At what point does the guy copy the cancer diagnosis? At what point does he start reading a 16-minute list off of all of his illnesses, just like Jim did? I am sickened. Let's continue.
Tweeted at Ralph, like they were doing with the Medicare hats, right? Oh, Daddy Jim's gone. Daddy Jim's dead, guys. He's dead. And everybody, see, He isn't even 6 feet in the ground yet, and everybody is looking for a replacement.
Pot calling the fucking kettle black there, buddy. Like, he even recognises the symptom. But in his own mind, he doesn't seem to understand that he is the problem. Holy fucking shit. This stream just turned up. Just hit 11. Let's turn him up even louder.
If I do get one, I'll light it on fire and record it, and then tweet it at Ralph, like they were doing with the Medicare hats, right? Oh, Daddy Jim's gone. Daddy Jim's dead, guys. He's dead. And everybody, see, he isn't even 6 feet in the ground yet, and everybody is looking for a replacement. Let the man get into his coffin first, okay?
Is it just me? Is it just me, folks? Have I taken the crazy pills? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I walking across yesterday's Enterprise? Is the black oil virus real? Are the bumblebees A-logging me? What the fuck's going on? How can this man say these words without any irony and not recognise himself as that person he's describing? Is it just me? Is it just me? When we set down the phone there, we sort of, where was he?
It's hard destroying Jew, going around Twitter, to you, my little Gamergate up, but something Gamergate news merch up fed later. I know what I'll do. If I do get one, I'll light it on fire and record it, and then tweet it at Ralph, like they were doing with the Medicare hats, right? Oh, Daddy Jim's gone. Daddy Jim's dead, guys. He's dead. And everybody, see, he isn't even 6 feet in the ground yet, and everybody is looking for a replacement. Let the man get into his coffin first, okay? Let the man die first.
Give me strength.
You want to go with Flam? You want to go with Flam first? We can do that.
Carl's 28? Carl is 28. Carl is older than I am. Carl is older than I am, and he sounds like he's 18. He sounds like he's a piss-weak bitch. Just like saturated content in Neo Jesus. Must be something in the water, what can I say? Or it's your brain on Jim. Or that's your brain on Jim. Am I being punked? Are we being punked? Are we being punked in the wake of Jim's death? Listen to him. This definitely sounds at the end of this like Ashton Kutcher's gonna come out and present us with a plaque saying we've been punked, doesn't it?
I know what I'll do. If I do get one, I'll light it on fire and record it, and then tweet it at Ralph, like they were doing with the Medicare hats, right? Oh, Daddy Jim's gone. Daddy Jim's dead, guys. He's dead. And everybody, see, he isn't even 6 feet in the ground yet, and everybody is looking for a replacement. Let the man get into his coffin first, okay? Let the man die first. You want to go with Flam? You want to go with Flam first? We can do that.
Are we being punked? Ashton Kutcher, are you there? Are you anywhere in this vicinity? Are we being punked?
No, Daddy Jim's dead. He's long gone. He's not in the ground yet. His body is still warm, but he is gone. Let's wait a week. Let's wait a week before we start looking for a replacement for Daddy Dearest, okay?
Let's wait a week. Let's just wait a week before we start replacing Daddy Dearest. He says with zero contrition or irony. Look at him go. Look at this. Look at this sick fuck. Let's just wait a week. You know, and you've got the Sweetie Squad autist saying, that's the plan. Let's wait a week. He's getting the sucky from Jade. He got that yellow fever, chat. We all used to abide by a code back in the day. That code is in fucking pieces. It's been set alight and it's in ashes at my feet. What happened to the code of conduct? The rules of engagement? Oh.
He's getting sucky from Jade? That's very possible. Now, I do believe Jim actually has some crazy fucking unknown illness, you know. But I wouldn't put it past him to just be ready to retire. He's very old now.
So, there was actually quite a bit of, if I go back a few seconds, in that sentence there, we could see into the man's fucking mind, and it was a sick insight. So, watch.
You want to go with Flam? You want to go with Flam first? We can do that. No, he's not. Oh, Daddy Jim's dead. He's long gone. He's not in the ground yet. His body is still warm, but he is gone. Let's wait a week. Let's wait a week before we start looking for a replacement for Daddy Dearest, okay?
Daddy Dearest. Fuck me. I do believe that Jim has some crazy unknown illness, and he clears his throat in a way that emulates Jim's cancer. Like, he literally clears his throat like a man dying of cancer. As he says, he does believe that Jim has some illness.
Possible. Now, I do believe Jim actually has some crazy fucking unknown illness, you know.
What the fuck was that? That's some sick as fuck shit right there. That's the sickest moment of 2023 right there, folks. I remember that episode, PPPism.
Past him to just be ready to retire. He's very old now. He's been doing his thing for a long time, and perhaps he's ready to just be done with it. Retire from the internet, take what he's had, leave his legacy where it is.
Leave his legacy where it is, and here it is. Move along, old man. It's time for you to retire and let Carl Schwartz, Gator, and Fragmenko take your place. Let them sit on the Iron Throne. You've had your time, old man.
And go live his life with Jade. You know, it's going to be kind of hard to raise kids when people are showing up at your house delivering potatoes like every week, or building snowmen out in the fucking your front yard every night. How do you explain that to a kid? You can't really raise a child in an environment like that. So it is possible that he's using it as an excuse to just dip out, leave, take a bow, see you later. But personally, I do believe that he is actually very ill. I think there was a stream where he said that like he never was gonna have kids. He didn't want kids. So explain the potatoes. So, for a while there, every time...
He's actually going to explain potatoes to the Sweetie Squad. You want to know what his chat is saying, by the way? Because this shit's fire. This stream from Carl there is fucking fire. There ain't been a stream this good since Jim died.
These massive savings are real, up to 60% off.
You're spot on, Log. And they're up to 60% off price drop. You'll
He's
see.
trying to sell me a bed. You want to see what his chat's saying in reaction to this? Keck aside. Keck aside. From Anon Farten Pooper. Keck aside. Shudbuds.lol. He describes himself as a YouTuber. He describes himself as a shitlord. He describes himself as a gamer. You can call me Carl. That's it, I'm dead. I'm gonna roll up there in them clouds or some shit with Daddy Jim. I can't take no more of this shit.